Hey there, and welcome to the Black Feather Bar. We're here for episode 11 now of our reaction to Bartender, Glass of God. I'm super excited. Last episode didn't have too much information-wise that I could give you. We're in a new location. I just moved, so it's a new experience. I love my space that I'm in now. And yeah, so let's get on into it and see what we can get from this episode. Hopefully some cocktail knowledge. And speaking of, wanted to address something. People had mentioned that the last video was shorter than the others. Yes, previously when I was editing these videos, I was getting a lot of copyright strikes for showing too much of the show, not covering it at certain times and such, I imagine. So I'm trying to keep the clips very closely relevant to what I'm talking about. So if he mentions a cocktail, I'm only going to include the part where he talks about the cocktail, and then I'm going to address that or anything that I find particularly relevant. Thank you for your understanding. I appreciate it, guys. Sometime we might be able to figure out something like Discord watch parties so that you can see like full-on reactions to stuff like this.
私までついてきちゃって。
それ会ってみたいよな。竜の師匠なんだから。嫌ならとっくに断ってるよな。
This kind of bartender mentor relationship, I personally find a really close one, and that might be just because I'm very close with mine. My friend Dylan taught me everything I know about the industry, even working in the industry. He was the first boss that hired me, and then we bonded quite a bit, and we became very close friends. But I mean, this kind of teaching mentorship role gives you a very close connection to somebody in this way, and it's definitely going to be an emotional episode, I feel.
お前、なんでバーテンダーになろうと思ったんだ。バイト先ならいくらでもあるだろう。
神のグラス。父に聞いたんです。世の中には魂を救う最後の一杯があると。
I do find this to be a beautiful sentiment, the idea that there is a specific special drink that can heal somebody's soul. I think particularly that drink will be different for everybody. Everybody's different. Everybody's got different tastes, which makes everybody the same. But the Glass of God, I think it's a unique thing that you can't define for any one person, but there's going to be that situation where you find it, you pick it out, and you give it to somebody. It's like the very first episode where Miwa had the highball, and I mean, she felt like she was standing in the ocean and seeing beautiful sunsets or sunrises or whatever. I mean, it's a unique thing, a beautiful thing, and I think finding that would be incredible for any individual person. I hope to find that for myself or for other people.
はい、オーダーしていいですか。
どうぞ。
ボンドマティーニをお願いします。ウォッカマティーニ、ただしステウじゃなくてシェイクで。ってやつです。一度飲んでみたくて。
I'm looking exactly like these two with the sweat drop. Like, I personally have a vendetta out against the Bond Martini or the Vesper Martini or whatever, however you would like to call it. It's don't shake martinis, please. Please don't. It's a beautiful drink, the martini. Classic with gin, vermouth, a little bit of orange bitters sometimes. Stirred very nicely over big cubes to get nice texture, chill into a cold martini glass. Oh my gosh. You don't just... Does anybody want to hear the rant? Alright, here's the rant anyway. Don't shake martinis. That's disgusting. It's ridiculous. I hate it. You're taking a spirit-forward cocktail and you're breaking up ice all up in it. If you don't double strain it, you're going to have ice chips sitting at the top, and nobody wants ice chips at the top of a drink that's basically just vodka or basically just gin, whatever, right? You dilute a lot faster when you shake a drink, so you're going to add a ton more water, which we don't really want in this case, right? And then even further, you're adding aeration. You're like foaming up. You're having like shaken, foamed up vodka that's got too much water in it and possibly ice chips at the top. Don't do it. Don't do it.
はい。
Smirnoff. It looks like he didn't shake it for too long, which is really good. Doesn't look like there's ice chips on the top of that. It looks crystal clear. So looks like he did it in a very skilled way, which you have to be very careful about doing. But this is something that's like passable that I would probably drink. This is a good way of doing this kind of Bond martini. Although I believe the Vesper, which is what people typically consider the Bond martini, is called the Vesper martini, which has both gin, it has vodka, it has Lillet Blanc, I believe, is the vermouth of choice, which is, I believe it is not technically a vermouth, Lillet Blanc. But a Vesper, like, I shouldn't say a Vesper is inherently bad, but you're gonna be careful of so many things because it's not. This is not an intuitive type of way to make a drink, especially a spirit forward drink. Furthermore, most places do not actually have the gin that is typically used in that. I believe he called for specifically Gordon's, but we have Gordon's here in the USA where we are basically, but it's a bottom shelf gin. It's not the premium version of Gordon's that actually exists elsewhere. Then I'm not sure what type of vodka that you use. You would use a little bit of gin, a lot of vodka, vermouth, shake that up, lemon, beautiful. So this is passable, is what I'm saying. I do like how he's doing this. I wonder if he's gonna make them a drink at the end of the night. So these two are his bar backs. Basically, if you don't know, working a bar is like a whole team thing. Okay, you need a team. So you need your servers to go out and get orders. You need people to run your dishes, make sure that you have clean dishes. You need people to make sure that you have the right glass in front of you, because when you are the bartender at a busy bar, you're sitting still. Like in one area basically, and you are grabbing bottle, pouring, shaking, stirring, going nuts everywhere. In certain places, even the people passing out the drinks are the ones garnishing them at the end as well. It's a whole team thing that you need to be very particular about. These two are acting as his bar backs, which are the people who are going to get him ice, get him his glasses, run his glassware, get him a bottle that's like sitting in the back if somebody asks for specifically, it wouldn't be Beefeater because that's a pretty common call, but if somebody wants specifically Beefeater and your Beefeater's all the way over there, you'd be like, barback, get me that Beefeater, I need it right now, and I don't have time to step away and go get it. So the team dynamic is very important, and what these two are doing for him is incredibly beautiful on his last shift. This is how the mentor-mentee relationship should probably go at the very last shift that you decide to work. I think this is a beautiful thing.
白山さん、あなたは3杯だけと言って、いつも5杯も6杯もカクテルを飲まれました。飲みすぎですよ。美食家の木本さん、モルト好きでしたね。減量した方がいいとあれほど言ったのに。死の炎。 死んでいった戦友を悼むあかり。
Yeah, your regular customers are really important too. Any good bartender, when you come in, we may be busy, we may sometimes be irritable, we try not to be, but no matter what, you should know that any good bartender is going to care about you, care about what you want to drink, make sure that you're having a good time. At the end of the day, that's what this job is about. It's making sure that you are happy as the guest. You are having a good time. You're enjoying your drink. You're enjoying your food. We care about you more than you think we do. And a lot of people out there who work bartending shifts, I get it. When we get out of work, we get home and we're like, I hated dealing with those people, the difficult people, stuff like that. It's not that we hate you. It means it's that it's a tough job. It's a stressful job. But we do not dislike you as a person. You guys give us our pay, especially in America where we rely on the tips. You guys give us a job to work by being the guests. And so any of you out there who are frequents to certain bars, make sure you know how much you're valued. They may not say it to you, but it's important that you're there.
そのグラスはな、亡くなった奥さんがなけなしの金で揃えた1ダースの最後に残った一曲だ。仕事で絶対にミスをしない人がいます。どんな人かわかりますか？
It's the person that never does anything. The person that doesn't strive for greatness is the person that never makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, especially when you're trying to be the best. When you go out there, you do your best, you work hard, you're going to make mistakes, and that's going to make you better. I think that's what the sentiment's going here.
いえ、答えはね、仕
Someone
事
who
をし
doesn't
ない
work in
人。
the first place.
ミスは人が生きている証拠です。だからこそ一生懸命に必死に努力して、その結果出たミスの方が。
He's making an old fashioned for him, by the way. I can tell. I already know. I saw the sugar cube. Let me get this for you, actually. Give me a moment. So, old fashioned, right? You take your you have your rocks glass, double rocks, depending on where you are. I believe they call them a double rocks, but I mean, nobody uses what we think of the traditional rocks glass, in my scene at least. So, you take your rocks glass, you're gonna put in one big sugar cube, sometimes two, depending on who you are, where you are, in the bar you're at, whatever. You're gonna drop these into your mixing glass, right? You're actually taking that in the mixing glass is what I prefer, personally. You're gonna dash them with your bitters of choice. This is Angostura bitters in a Japanese dasher bottle. It looks like he was using the orange bitters, this is also Angostura orange bitters in the same type of bottle. You're gonna dash these over the sugar cube. Sometimes you add a splash of water. I'm gonna muddle that, get a little bit of that sugar breaking apart. You're gonna add your whiskey, which is traditionally rye, at 2 ounces. Then you're gonna add your ice, and you're gonna stir that. You stir it up, and what you're gonna be doing is you're chilling, you're diluting, and you're going to get some of that sugar dissolving a little bit, but alcohol doesn't quite dissolve sugar, typically. That's where hopefully the dilution comes in a little bit. But the cool thing that I like a lot about this is then you take your rocks glass, you put one big cube in it, and you pour this old fashioned. So what happens here, typically you take the cube out with like some tongs or something and you pour your drink in. But this one particularly, I like to, maybe I'll do that, but then when I'm at the very end, I'll put the cube back in. You pour the drink over the big cube, right? What happens there is that you're going to start getting the sugar that's at the very bottom of the mixing glass pouring out on top at the end. It's going to pour all over your big ice cube. And so what that's going to do, I mean, you'll slowly, as that ice cube melts, you're going to be adding sweetness to the drink. It evolves the drink. This drink tells a story, evolves, and adapts, and you are always going to be getting different flavors from it, which is incredible. If you're looking for consistency, you know, maybe you use a simple syrup comparatively to the sugar cubes, but I love the evolving cocktails. A Negroni is very much the same. As it dilutes, it changes qualities quite a bit. The cocktails that evolve are very interesting to me. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry for drink explaining.
君はそれも知らなかった。
いただきます。
This is a little bit more of an older style old fashioned. You can see there's an orange and a cherry on it. Typically now, looks like maybe there's a lemon in there too. Currently now we kind of just do an orange peel, and you get the oils out over the drink, and then you put the peel in. We don't actually muddle in any fruits anymore in the typical like cocktail bar scene.
1ヶ月でもカウンターの中で努力してみると同じカクテルでも違う味に感じられる。それが君のこの1ヶ月間の成長です。
でも僕は加瀬さんのようなバーテンダーになれるのか。
笹倉君、人はバーテンダーという職業に就くのではありません。バーテンダーという生き方を選ぶんです。
この瞬間、加瀬さんは僕の師匠になった。
Yeah, it's true. Cocktails will taste different the more you're involved in making them. A drink that's made the same one way will taste very different another time you try it. Because you become more analytical. You start to understand some of the nuances and you look for them. And sometimes even a small difference of like using Four Roses bourbon versus using Michter's bourbon, which I mean that would be a big difference of course to me, but that's bourbon, right? A lot of people might be like bourbon is bourbon. It's going to taste quite different from my perspective at least.
バーテンダーの生き方。
ないからな。エミーなら13世、ヘネシーならリシャール。
ファーストランディングも仲直りにはぴったりかも。
おお、着陸か。
いや、もっと他にいいものがあるはず。
ああ、もう決め手にかけるか。
ごめん。勝手に話し込んじゃって。
今のもう一回教えて。みんな買ってみるから。
どれも嫌す。
Well, excuse me, Miss Moneybags. Jesus, we have a what is it? We have one of the was it Louis the 13th that he talked about there? We have one of the Louis the 13ths at the store that I work at. It's like $10,000. Just for y'all to know, these are very expensive bottles they're talking about.
お前には辛い思いをさせたな。
おじいちゃん。
だが今日はこいつと2人だけにさせてくれないか。25年ぶりにこいつが何というか聞いてやりたいんじゃ。
Damn, that's fucked. It's a really meaningful moment. I like it. That was very nice. I haven't had any of the Suntories that are that old by any means, but I love the brand. Suntory is a very beautiful whiskey brand, and well, more than whiskey, they're one of the largest beverage companies in the world. Incredible. I really liked this episode, guys. This is going to be the teaser for the next episode. We'll see that soon. You guys will see the next episode, which is, I believe, the last episode next. So make sure you guys follow the Black Feather Bar on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. before we go, let's give a little wrap up on this. This was an incredible episode, very heartfelt, talking about memories, talking about people we knew in the past, people we've lost. It's hard to remember those that we've lost in the past. This has definitely been one of the fields where I feel I can remember them. I can pay tribute, and it's wonderful. It's as they said, bartending is not just a job, it's a lifestyle. And yeah, it's I'm very excited for episode 12. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you have a fantastic day. Peace out.